we have a wonderful session with one of the leading global brands powering the world. Yes, the session is called Unveil the Best of Gaming Action in Intel's Playground. And the speaker for this session is Ms. Gayatri Makhijani, who is the head brand, creative and media, India Intel. Please welcome, ma'am. Well, this session will be moderated by Aditya Pandit, who is the Associate Director, Carat India. We would like to welcome you to MGEN Summit 2022. Please welcome Aditya.
A very good morning, everyone. Before I start, I have to say that was one monumental session by Faraz, and what a grand launch we witnessed today. Right. And I hope the beloved audience is on a streak to make the best of what's going down today at the summit. My name is Aditya Pandit. I'm with Carat in the media services. That's the work part of it, but I love to spend my free time DJing and gaming, something that helps me disconnect. Like they say, games don't make you violent, but lagging does. So without any further ado, I'm delighted to introduce the speaker for the session, Gayatri Makhijani. She is the brand creative and media head at Intel. She has over 14 years of experience in building brands for the digital world, with a specialized focus on media, digital, e-com, and social media marketing. She has worked for the top tier brands, including Intel, Amazon, and Yahoo. She currently heads brand creative and media at Intel India, including brand-led campaigns, creative and media agency mandates, holistic media and content strategy, planning and measurement. Previously, she was the digital brand manager at Amazon, working across its portfolio of brands, including Kindle, Amazon.in, and Amazon Fashion. Prior to Amazon, she worked at Yahoo as a strategist and brand solutions lead, and a host of creative agencies, including Sapient, Nitro, Ready Fusion, and MTV. Over her career, she has received over 25 plus creative and media awards, including Effies, Abbies, Webbies, YouTube Leaderboard, and so on. She has also invested in training undergraduate mass communication students in digital marketing and social media. With that, please help me welcome Gayatri Makhijani.
Thank you. Thanks so much, and it's great to be here. And the chairs are super comfortable. It's a great start to my morning.
Thank you so much for being with us. And in fact, the team was quite aware of your frenetic schedule today, and it means a lot that you could take all the time. So, as we leap into the Intel's playground, I would like to take a step back and understand how Intel, being an ingredient brand, ties back to the history of gaming and has been evolving ever since as the market leader.
Great. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with the brand Intel. I think we're not sort of newbies to the tech and the PC space, but also not to the gaming space. Our journey with gaming is both from bringing the best gaming experience to the PC, as well as sort of supporting the industry ecosystem, right? Whether it's partnerships with esports tournaments like ESL, DreamHack, and even local grassroots platforms, right? Whether in India, Korea, Thailand. We have multiple players that we partner with, but also it's about bringing the best PC gaming experience to people around the world, right? So we started with the Pentium processors in the 90s, then moved to the Core 2 Duos in the 2000s, and then recently with, in fact, the help of the Dentsu team, we just launched the 13th Gen desktop PC gaming experience, which is, performance-wise, definitely the best desktop gaming experience there is in the world today. So we definitely think we're in this space to stay committed to growing the ecosystem, as well as keeping the technology experience for the end user in mind.
Well, that definitely marks one of many testimonies why Intel is standing tall in the global market, right? But drawing a lens and pivoting specific to Indian market, how do you see Intel or other brands approach and win the gamers in the country?
Yeah, so I think India is a very interesting gaming market in the world, right? I think it's the second biggest gaming market in the world today, which really makes us the leading light. Like any sort of presentation that we make to different markets in the world, I think everyone's very excited about the potential of gaming in India. So we have about 373 gamers in the country, of course a mix of your casual mobile gamers as well as your hardcore PC and mobile gamers. So that dynamic does exist, but the very fact that our population is relatively young compared to many other countries in the world makes gaming a very lucrative option, whether you're looking to do this in your downtime, whether you're doing this as a hardcore passion, or you've even made a career in gaming or alternate gaming, right? So I'm sure many of you in the room are, art creators, casters, associated sort of gaming blogs. So the opportunity per se for India is fairly ripe. I think for us personally, we've also seen this as a very growth market, right? Whether we are in the business of gaming at some level, so I think it's important to see the kind of growth that comes out of the segment. So the 4%, 5% PC growth year on year, the growing sort of PC gaming audience of about 25 million currently is again very, very lucrative for us. Would also say that marketing to the segment is very, very unique because we are looking at gamers have a lot of unique touch points, right? So as gamers, we'd see, and many of you in the room, we'd see that like you're not only on YouTube, not only on Instagram, but you're also on multiple other platforms, right? You're reading tech and reviews, you're going to communities online, you're showing up physically at events. You're also probably following, the latest music because gamers are very aware about stuff. So again, Spotify, etc., become very important platforms. You are looking and watching OTT. So whether it's your live sports, maybe FIFA going on currently. So I think keeping all of those touch points in mind also makes this a very, very challenging segment for us, right? How do you sort of market to them? How do you measure the success of your activities, right? And which are the brands that you can learn from, right? So, because everyone in this segment is sort of exploring this. I mean, we wouldn't say gaming is new, but it's still nascent in a lot of ways when we are marketing to this segment. So it's exciting and looking forward to learning from all of you today as well.
Certainly, it's a complex segment, but moving beyond the digital first practices, esports is like better sounding part of gaming these days. So what's Intel's take on prioritizing and filtering such events in the mix?
Yeah, that's definitely not an easy one because we get a lot of opportunities now, especially as the world is transitioning from from online to offline, and then there's also like a hybrid sort of world, right? So which are the esports tournaments that are big? Which are the ones that are, getting the scale that people love to sort of watch, right? So we'd say that our global partnerships with DreamHack, ESL are long instituted, over 20 years long, but we're also exploring local partnerships. So one that we did was the Esports Club. Recently, we launched something with them called Intel Plays, which was in partnership with all of our OEMs and retailers, right? So bringing the entire ecosystem together, through a thrilling series of gameplays, influencers, giveaways, and great deals to even purchase through, right? So this offline event that was attended by 1,000+ people, but also sort of cast online with millions of views, engagements, really helped us make a dent in this space, and we're looking to sort of scale this as we go along.
Got it. And definitely, I mean, esports is quite on a big scale, right? But I'm also curious to know what other exploratory initiatives that Intel take to tap into hardcore gaming communities, and what has been your learning from that?
I would say that we follow like a full funnel approach, right? So for any marketer, it's important to sort of get the awareness and the preference. We need you to know that Intel brings you the best gaming experience there is, right? And we also need people to sort of consider this when they're buying their laptop, right? I mean, that's the job that I'm paid for. But beyond that, I think it's also important to sort of be a brand that explores the new things that are in the market there today. So some of the things that we've explored with the help of the Dentsu team is one, gaming cafes. This space is growing. I'm not sure how many of you visit gaming cafes. Why don't you do a show of hands? How many of you go to gaming cafes? Okay, great. Yeah, so we feel like the space is growing, and we've sort of started exploring that this year. We've made some dent with gaming cafe advertising. Over and above that, what we've done is partnerships with KOLs and influencers. we are conscious here to do a mix of male and female gaming influencers. So Zaya, Ankita are some of the gaming KOLs that we have and partner with in this space. We've done the usual unboxing AMA formats, right? But along with this, we've also done partnerships with platforms such as Digit that give us access to large-scale college level gaming events, right? So this is bringing like a large number of college goers at one place through an offline sort of activity that brings them together to cast, stream, and play, and then we associate with them as well.
Got it. But all the mediums that you mentioned, they're making their own paths to make it big, right? But today, consumers today need that some encouragement, that one last push from brands to make help them make that decision and do that purchase. So how does Intel ensure that you complete the circle?
Yeah, so I think with purchase, right, I think we need to understand that this is a fairly expensive purchase. People have multiple choices, and we need to make sure that we equip them in the journey. Like ultimately, you can't force someone to make a purchase. So we're part of the buying journey with them. And when we look at the buying journey, we look at multiple avenues that a consumer would explore, right? So you would definitely explore your social platforms to get a discovery of, what are the top laptops that are there? What is it that you're going to buy? Then you would look at maybe a listicle of some of the top gaming laptops in the market today, including deals, right? So here we partner with IGN, Digit, multiple sort of publishers that give you like the top 10 gaming laptops to buy. We've even created like things like Laptop Finder that helps. Shoppable formats are something that you would see that are getting very, very popular. Many of us click on them on Instagram. So we make sure that we build that into the mix, right? And then finally, bringing in engagement into the shoppable experience is something that we've explored. We've created a property called Intel Gamer Days, right? And with this property, we will cast and live stream deals on multiple platforms, whether it's Loco, Streamo, etc. And then we'll sort of get KOLs to evangelize these deals and spread the word out, right? So it's important to keep that engagement in mind as we're getting people to think through whether they'd like to buy an Intel gaming laptop.
Well, that definitely added some excitement with all the deals and the discounts going on, right? It definitely was a very informative session, and I'm sure a lot of us have something to take back. But before we let you go, Gayatri, any closing thoughts that you'd like to say?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely great to be here today. I think Intel is no newbie to the gaming space, but that said, it's a space that's sort of growing, continuously evolving. So we feel like it's great to sort of sometimes sit on the fence and hear from all of you on what's happening. We'll be really excited to hear what the rest of today and from any of you on how we can sort of explore this space further. Big thank you for having me here.
Of course, it's our pleasure. Gayatri, Makhijani, everyone.